Good morning.
Good morning, dear.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, girls. Now, let's just continue on with chapter 15, unless somebody has a question. Okay, guys, the next topic is what we call coded excitation. And as far as coded excitation is concerned, there's me, it's okay, just 2, 3. No, you didn't do anything in the back with it. Coded excitation is concerned. There's me, it's okay, just a couple of points that you need to know about it. First of all, is going to be, it says, okay, this technology here was developed to, we can say, okay, let's put it this way. Keep the patient's exposure within the FDA approved limits. And why did the FDA is okay? I have to approve as okay the level of exposure of sound waves is mainly as okay to, because that's okay, minimize bioeffects. Okay. Second thing is that coded excitation is actually as okay something that occurs in the pulsar. So because okay, pulsar is, because it's okay responsible for the coded excitation. Pretty much okay, if you look at okay as what the function of the pulsar was, it was the one that actually is okay determined the amplitude. of the, we can say it's okay, pulse. Is that clear? Now, what mainly happens in coded excitation is, or the whole core excitation is that it actually is okay. We can say it's okay. Elongates the pulse. Okay, but in spite of doing that, just okay. What the system mainly will do. Okay, because what's going to happen is when we elongate the pulse, that's going to reduce the intensity. Okay, but from that elongated pulse is actually the system actually will use a shorter pulse to because that's create the image. Okay, so mainly that's because it uses the shorter pulse from a longer pulse, where the long elongated pulse for mainly to reduce the, because there's peak intensities of the pulse, because that was going to cause a greater likelihood of bioeffects. Okay, but mainly because then ends up as using a shorter section of that elongated pulse, that's going to mainly improve your resolutions. Okay, especially as resolutions which will be as pulse dependent. And where we actually have and the pulse resolutions, or as the resolutions which are pulse dependent, whereas we have as lower pulses, which for mainly as mean that as it improves your axial resolution. It also as will improve your spatial resolution. Well, we said in this chapter that also spatial resolution was pixel dependent, but we can actually say that yes, what a pixel of our actually is going to form a pixel is going to be as made up of pulses. Okay, so it's more pulses or greater pulse density mainly as will improve your pixel density, and that way it's improve your spatial resolution. Is that clear? What also as improves is as your contrast resolution. Is that clear? And again, yes, since it is something, yes, that occurs in the pulsar, very means that what the pulsar did, it actually is increased your signal to noise ratio, which may mean that yes, when we increase the signal to noise ratio, yes, there's going to be more signal produced and less noise. Is that clear? So mainly as just these 2-3 points, yes, is what you will need to know. At least for now, we can say it's what is as the FDA approved limits of exposure. We will talk more about that in chapter 24 when we talk about bioeffects. Okay, but it's mainly as just a number. I think it's 724 milliwatts. Okay, that's the maximum dose exposure that is as allowed by the FDA. Okay, girls. Now, please keep in mind, yes, okay, this function here, yes, okay, that is, we can say it's okay. It is not adjustable. That's mean it's okay, something that the system automatically, yes, okay, will perform on its own. Is that clear? Okay. But these are, yes, okay, we can say it's okay, the 3-4 main points that you need to remember in regards to your what the hell you call it? Okay, coded excitation. Any questions?
What does it say in green?
Light green.
Yeah.
So from the longer pulse, what is actually going to have? It's okay that it use, okay, it's me as okay, pick up shorter pulses to create the image. Okay, and why the shorter pulses? Well, okay, we can see okay, at least what the shorter pulse is going to do is okay, that will at least just okay improve your exit resolution. Okay, but then we can say it's okay. It will also okay improve the exit resolution. Yes, okay, due to greater pulse density. Clear? Okay. Your spatial resolution is going to be improved. Okay, and then okay, last was contrast resolution, and it is also going to okay improve. Yes, okay, increase your signal to noise ratio. Why? Mainly, yes, okay, because it was the pulse that mainly, yes, okay, took care, or mainly, yes, okay, was responsible for, yes, okay, developing this technology here. Let's give it some goes. Okay. So you can say it's okay, the table 15.8, mainly that's okay, what we say it's okay, will be as okay, the main advantages of your what the blue call a fellow. Your coded excitation. Mainly it's okay that it occurs in the pulsar. Okay. And last, okay, mean we can say it's okay that it was okay as developed mainly as okay to meet the FDA approved limits of patient's exposure to sound waves. Okay, and in still yes, okay, be able to yes, okay, create images with okay as good or as okay improved resolutions. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so mainly yes, okay, these are yes, okay, because it's okay. The main points that you need to know about the coded excitation. Okay. Now the next topic is yes, okay, we can mean okay, we can start off with okay, yes, compounding. Well, let's just okay, let's first get clear, just okay, what is it that we mean by compounding? Now, is there anybody who would like to say anything about what they think compounding is?
It's like when you put two things together,
Mm-hmm.
like a compound word, you join the two words.
Yeah, okay. What else? You can mainly say, okay, putting two or three or more than two things together, or two or more than two things together, just okay, create, we can say, okay, a new product. That would be compounding. Okay. So, as far as, okay, as the types of compoundings that we have. Okay, the types of compounding that we will have. Well, yes, okay, talk about one is going to be, yes, okay, what we will call spatial compounding. There's going to be, yes, okay, another one which we will call temporal compounding. And then we have, okay, as a last one, which will be, yes, okay, frequency compounding. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, so mainly as, okay, three types of compoundings. Now, okay, now there's going to be as, okay, because it's okay, one thing that is going to be as, okay, common for all three compoundings. It doesn't really matter whether we say spatial compounding, it doesn't really matter if we say temporal compounding, all rest, okay, we refer to as, okay, frequency compounding. And we can mainly say that, okay, it's all compoundings. All, yes, okay. Oh, it says, okay, all three types of compounding. That's okay. What is that they have in common is that they reduce noise production. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So all three compounding is okay, whether it's temporal, spatial, or frequency compounding. What they do is they reduce noise. Okay. But when we say compounding, okay, it's made as okay, going to as okay, we putting, we can say as okay, different things together. Not really different things together, but actually it's okay. Different frames together, yes, okay, make a final frame. Or image or recording. Now goals when we say spatial compounding. Will be the first one. Okay. Now that actually is okay as a method. Okay, where we mainly is okay. Well, we mainly can say is okay that images that we use in spatial compounding are taken from, we can say, okay, different, we can make it, okay, say angles. Now, how does that work? Let's say that, okay, as we have an object here. We have an object here, right? Okay. That's me, that's okay, going to be, it's okay, we can say, oh, no, let's not do that. The area that we are scanning. Now, when using, yes, okay, spatial compounding, what is it that it will do? it will mean yes, okay, scan this area here is okay from different angles, which means it will be yes, okay, we can say yes, okay, one angle will be like from this. Okay. Now, although yes, okay, goes, we can say, okay, physically, yes, okay, the transducer is still going to be here, but we can also say that, okay, yes, one direction from which is okay, it may be scanning is going to be from here. All this are on top here. And okay, yes, we can say it's okay, the other direction from which it may be scanning is going to be from here. So what we mainly can say that, okay, yes, when this scanning together with this scanning, or what we get from is okay, being scanned from different angles together with this scan here is okay, are put together is okay. That's mainly is okay what we get. Or we can put it this way and say it's okay. This plus this plus this. Yes, okay. Equals this. Did that make sense? So we can make this okay. What made this image here? This is when yes, okay, going to be as okay an example of spatial compounding. Is that okay? Yes, different frames produced by as okay beams or pulses coming from as okay scanning from different angles. Or mainly as okay overlap that you can say okay put together to be as okay produce this final image here. Did you guys get that? So that kind of compounding is what we mainly as okay we'll call spatial compounding. Why spatial? Because okay, it's pertaining to space, or it's okay. Okay. Did you ladies get that?
Yes.
Okay. Or you can say, let's say it's okay, somebody wants to, it's okay. It's okay, either buy their car or sell their car. Okay, now if you are okay as looking to buy a car, you most likely will like to just okay get as many pictures as possible of that car is okay displayed in the ad. So you actually is okay are more sure of what you are getting yourself into. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now if somebody is okay, manias, okay, just had pulled one picture like this off the car, we can say, okay, this is, we can say, okay, we want to be as okay, the right side of the car. You don't really know, yes, okay, what the front looks like. Okay, because okay, it may be missing as okay, board of just okay, it's headlights. Okay. Okay, the main is okay, engine bonnet may be as okay missing. Even here it's okay. It's okay. The trunk core may be missing. Okay, you don't know whether, okay, as the back lights are intact and things like that. Well, okay, okay. You don't know what, for instance, okay, the left side looks like. The left side may be completely missing. Yes, okay, no doors, nothing. You don't really know that. Okay, but if there's okay, also as okay, took okay, let's say it's okay, a picture. Let's see, it's okay of the left side. There you guys that will say, okay, yes, well, okay, I can see that, okay, yes. The left side is also that's okay intact. Not to talk about as okay, that also is okay, took, let's say it's okay, picture of the front. Not to talk about as okay, if you get okay, as pictures of the back. So that's okay. When all these pictures, okay, you can say, okay, are put together, you can say, it's okay, that will be as okay. An example of it's okay, temporal compounding. But the main thing that you need to know for spatial compounding is that, okay, is going to, it's okay, be made up of images taken from different angles. Overlapped. Okay. Whereas we said previously that, okay, yes, okay, it is going to, yes, okay, now here's going to be, yes, okay, the same area. It is going to be as okay, the same area, but as okay, where we may look at it from the front, we may look at it from the right side, we may look at it from the left side. Okay, but whenever that's okay, these scans are being put together, that is mean it's okay, what we call compounding. So the main thing that's going to is okay, be that okay, is going to be as okay, images that are taken from different angles. Okay, that are, we can say, okay, put together. I mean, it's okay, this put together, that was mean it's okay, what we mean by compounding. Whereas, okay, the different angles, why different angles? Yes, okay, because that's going to be, okay, pertaining to the space or spatial. Clear? Okay. Did that make sense? So when they are put together or compounded, yes, okay, this is what we get is going to be, yes, okay, a compounded image. Any questions? Any questions?
No.
No.
Okay. Now, ladies, we can say it's okay. What's going to be as okay? We can say it's okay first. Let's say it's okay. The main disadvantage of spatial compounding. While the main disadvantage is that, okay, yes, it may not be suitable for, let's say it's okay, moving structures. Why? Mainly because what we actually is okay, we'll say is that, okay, yes, this here is going to be one frame. This here is going to be another frame. This is going to be okay, another frame. Okay, that are going to be as okay, compounded together. Okay. So that's okay. If the structure that we have okay might be scanning as okay, that is for instance okay, moving across the image, across the area that we are scanning. While okay, yes, means okay, because we use multiple frames. In this case, yes, okay, it's going to be as okay, a disadvantage. Clear. So it's probably not going to be as okay, suitable for yes, okay, moving structures. If we are scanning as okay, a structure that for instance okay is constantly moving. Slow or fast, then okay, all we can talk about is okay, how frequently is it that okay, tick, 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 yes, okay, the frames are created. Which means it's going to be just okay, dependent upon okay, how much time does it take for us to produce each frame. But idea is okay, it is not going to be suitable for us okay, moving structures. So some of you will say, okay, then why in the hell did they develop this thing? The main plus point for this one here is, or we can say it's okay, the advantage of spatial compounding is mainly going to be that what it does, it okay, is reduces an artifact, which is going to be called as okay, shadowing. Or we can actually just okay, call it as okay, a shadowing artifact. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're going to just okay, talk more in details about yes, okay, shadowing artifact in chapter 21. But just briefly, because some of you may say like, but how does this is okay, reduce shadowing artifact? Let's just briefly, okay, not a lot of details, okay, talk a bit about okay, what is it that we mean by shadowing artifact? Now, if you look at the word shadowing, it pretty much okay, as tells you what it is. Let's say that okay, yes. Oh, sorry, let me just turn this down a bit. Look here, dear. Let's say that okay, yes, this was okay, yes, that we scanned here. Let's say it's okay that we are scanning from, let's say this angle here. We have a structure here. Now, maybe it's okay, we can say it's okay due to yes, okay, the characteristics of this structure. Now, let me just, let's say it's okay due to the characteristics of the structure. That's something that we talk more about, yes, okay, in chapter 20, 22, I think that's 21, sorry. That's going to be yes, okay, about artifacts. Okay, but yes, okay, if you only were yes, okay, throwing pulses like this, what this structure actually is okay might cause, and that's going to be okay certain characteristics that you actually it's okay will have a shadow in this area here. Okay, primarily because okay, due to the nature of the structure, it doesn't allow the sound waves to pass through it to reach to, let's say it's okay, these deeper depths here. So that's mean it's okay, where you mean it's okay, this structure here is okay, actually caused or cast a shadow below the structure. Did that make sense?
Can you go over it one more time?
Pardon me?
Can you go over it one more time, please?
Listen. If you for instance, okay, we're just scanning as okay from this angle here. Okay, that maybe as okay a structure. Now the details of the structure is okay. We talk more about that in chapter 21, which is going to be about the shadowing artifacts. But what we mainly as okay will say is okay is due to this okay the characteristics of this structure here. What we actually as okay may see deeper to the structure is as shadow. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now we don't really know yes, okay, what is going to be yes, okay, in this shadow here. Why? Mainly because okay, first of all, okay, the sound wave that traveled here was not able to just okay pass through this structure as okay, get to this deeper depth here. Okay.
Yeah.
So this was if we only as okay, for instance, as okay, let's say as okay, it's scanned only from this angle here, right? Which is going to just okay be changing because okay, what happens now is, well, okay, yes, some sound waves are yes okay, we can say okay, our pulses are going to be as okay thrown. Let's say it's okay like this. Clear? That is okay. We can say as okay, we get some sound pulses as okay that gets here, which actually is okay, will be reflected. So that's okay. What we can say is okay, that actually is okay, will eliminate the shadowing of, let's say it's okay, this area here. Whereas okay, as other direction from which it's okay, our pulses was going to come from was going to be here, which we can say means okay, that will mean it's okay, eliminate the shadowing of this area here. So mainly because okay, it casts, or I mean it's okay, throws light at different angles. And okay, as these three images here is okay, or mainly as okay, going to be as okay, compounded together or brought together. What we have is that okay, as in the final product, well, okay, we see that okay, this structure here, yes, okay, the shadow that it would cast otherwise is missing or has disappeared. Okay, just think of it in this way, my dear. Now, when is it that you usually as okay will see your shadow? This is you standing, right? Or anybody else okay standing. Okay. Now let's say that okay, a light is thrown here. That's okay from this direction here. As a result of that, okay, yes, you will most likely as okay see your shadow here, right?
Yeah.
Clear? Okay. Now, how can you say okay, say, well, okay. Okay. Now, part of this shadow here is okay, can actually is okay be reduced if yes, okay, some light is thrown from here. And or as okay, if some light, for instance, okay, is thrown from here. Did that make sense? So mainly because okay, your final image was produced by as okay, because it's okay, these images is okay, taken from different angles. Okay, very good, that's okay. Here, yes, okay, you might have had the shadow at this side here, but that shadow from this side has means okay, going to yes, okay, be neutralized by these here beams here, even as okay, by these beams. Clear? You can say as okay, from here is okay, you can say okay, you might have had a shadow here. But that shadow was produced by this part of the beam here, or these beams here, are going to as okay be eliminated by this one here and by this one here. Likewise, you can say as okay, the shadow that would have been produced by, let's say, as okay, this one here will be as okay eliminated by these pulses and by these pulses. So one of its main, yes, okay, advantages is that, okay, yes, it enables you to, yes, okay, reduce this artifact here, which we'll call a sharing artifact. But the main reason that we have a sharing artifact is because, okay, that maybe it's okay a structure in the path of your, yes, okay, pulses or beams that actually is okay, where the nature of the structure is going to cause that, okay, we call cast a shadow at the deeper side of the structure. But it's okay if you throw lights from different angles, what would that cause? That shadow is going to be, you can say, eliminated. Okay. Right now, okay, I have a light on here too, okay. But had it been, yes, okay, only as okay, the line in the back on, you can mean it says, okay, that there would have been a shadow of me over here. Clear? Okay. That can be reduced mainly as okay, because okay, I also had a light on right behind me. Okay. But what that line behind me will do is okay, if it was only a light behind me, it's okay, we're going to throw a shadow right here. But mainly because there's a light on here, it's okay, part of that shadow is going to be, you can say it's okay, eliminated or reduced. Okay. Likewise, okay, we also have a light over here. Okay. That's going to just okay eliminate part of the shadow that was produced on this side and this side. Okay. So that's why it's okay, even it's okay if you go to stadiums and so on and so and so. Why is it that they have it's okay lights from different areas? One light or it's okay, lighting from one area was going to be it's okay, you can say it's strong enough so you can say lighten up the field so you'll be able to see the players, the balls, and so on and so. But the reason that they yes, okay, throw lights from different areas is to make us okay, minimize or reduce the production of shadows. Okay, so mainly because okay, in spatial compounding, what is it that we do? It's mainly as okay, just say, well, okay, scan from this area, scan from this area, scan from this area, overlapped final product. Did that make sense? Okay. And what we actually is okay say is that okay, yes. How is that going to be possible? Mainly because that's okay, your beam. Okay. Because okay, when we say that the beam are also okay steering, what is doing when it's steering? It's scanning from this side and it's scanning from this side and it's scanning from this side. As we can say, it's okay. Because physically, my idea is okay. This is where your transducer is. It mainly is okay, just throws the beams in different directions. Okay, which we can say is okay, actually is okay, beams from this direction is okay, will produce a frame, beam from this direction will produce a frame, beam from this direction will produce a frame. But when they are put together, which we will call compounding, this is our compounded image. Okay. So it is mainly as okay because it looks at the structure or it looks at an object from different angles or in different directions or from different directions. Okay. That we call as okay spatial compounding. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And the main advantage is, well, okay, yes, to reduce sharing artifact. Clear? Okay. Okay. But mainly because okay, it is made up of okay, you can say okay, different frames. It may not be as okay suitable for a structure that is moving. Did you get that?
Yes.
Finally, why? Because we can say okay for okay the better spatial, no sorry, spatial compounding. We can say okay, more frames. Here we just okay took 3. Okay, but more frames that are compounded together. Actually, it's okay. Well, you can say it's okay. Improve the compounded frame, which is this one. Okay, so that example that I gave you earlier of a car advertisement, okay, that you might find on okay, yes, on any website. Well, okay, yes, you can say it's okay. There were different pictures. Okay, that you had different pictures, but you can also see that okay, yes, what if I get a movie? That would be the best. But okay, for the movie, as okay, you most likely as okay would like it to be stationary. Okay, yeah. But the main thing is yes, okay, frames taken from different angles. Frame taken from different angles, and when we just okay see that we compound them, practically it's okay. What we do here is mainly it's okay, just overlap. The system does it for us. Let's put it this way. Any questions? Now, girls, your frequency compounding. Now, do you guys remember me when we talked about yes? Okay, what was it? What did we call that? Okay, last topic, reporting. Yeah, okay. Dynamic frequency tuning. Did you guys remember that?
I remember it, but I don't remember the definition.
Well, okay, there is no definition. But what did we say the transducer had? A wide bandwidth, right? Okay. Where this wide bandwidth here, range, yes, okay, was because that's okay. Divided into subbands. Or we can say, okay, that subband main is okay, just B is okay. A lower range of frequency. Where these lower ranges of frequency is okay, adds up to make up the wide bandwidth. For instance, we said that the minimum frequency of the transducer, for instance, okay, was, let's say it's okay, 4 megahertz. We could say it's okay that the maximum frequency of the transducer was 10 megahertz. Clear? Where, okay, yes, in this instance, yes, okay, here our bandwidth would mean yes, okay, just being the difference between these two here, which was, sorry, a total of 6 megahertz. Okay, which we could say is okay, it's okay, it's okay, pretty wide bandwidth. Did that make sense? Where it starts from 4 megahertz and ends at 10 megahertz. But what we actually, okay, would do was, we could make it okay that this 6 megahertz here between 4 to 10, which was the bandwidth, is now subdivided into yes, okay, subbands. We can say it's okay that each of them was okay as of 1 megahertz. So from 4 to 5 megahertz, that was one band, subband. We can say okay, from 5 to 6 was another subband. From 6 to 7 was another subband. From 7 to 8 is another subband. From 8 to 9 8 to 9 is another subband, and from 9 to 10 is another subband. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so frequency compounding is mean that okay, that's going to is okay, will be as okay, the compounding putting together parts of the images that were scanned by each of these subbands here. And what do we already know, ladies? High frequencies have okay, yes, we are the highest frequency is going to have as okay, the lowest penetration. Whereas okay, at the low frequency, or we can say okay, here's okay, the lowest frequency is going to yes, okay, have the max penetration. But you may go and say, okay, I should go from the lower to the greater frequency. It's okay, we come across is okay, different subbands, where 9 is a frequency which is less than 10, which means that we will penetrate to a deeper depth than that of 10. 8 megahertz will be as okay, a lesser frequency than 9. So we have to penetrate deeper. 7 will be as okay, a frequency greater than or less than 8, and so on. So we actually have more and more penetration. So we actually can say that okay, as when the final image that was produced by frequency compounding of okay, these different subbands, we can mainly say it's okay, 10 megahertz. Well, okay, that was going to just okay produce the shallowest part of the image. Why? Because beyond this depth, yes, okay, it would be attenuated. Whereas okay, deeper to that is going to just okay be made by the 9 megahertz frequency, which is there just okay of your bandwidth of the transducer. Okay, so we can say okay, this was just okay by the 10 megahertz, followed by yes, okay, the 9 megahertz, followed by yes, okay, the 8 megahertz. Or we actually says okay, it's probably not the right color. Should we get this okay? This would be as okay, your 7 megahertz. Then we go yes, okay. 6 megahertz. Then we can go as okay again and say well, okay, yes, this here was okay, yes, from the 5 megahertz, and then it's okay, the last one here, so going to be it's okay from your 4 megahertz. Okay, where we made it says okay, that 10, 9 from okay, from 4 to 5, that was one subband. 4 to 5 to 6 was another subband. 6 to 7 was another. 8, 7 to 8 was another. 8 to 9 was another. 9 to 10 was another subband. Is that clear? So each of these here is okay, were subbands of your wide bandwidth. Okay. And mainly as okay, the frequencies produced by each of these subband when they are just okay put together, which we mean to call compounding. That's how it's okay we get our final frame as a result of yes, okay, what we could call is okay frequency compounding. Did that make sense?
Yes. I have a question.
Yo.
So the frequency compounding is when you put different parts of the subbands together to make an image?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And what was your subbands? Mainly as okay, just sub-frequencies of your greater bandwidth. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Now you can say as okay, you may even go and say like, okay, yes, your maximum frequency of the bandwidth may as okay, just produce this. The lower than that will produce this part of the frame. The lower this produce this part, the lower this produce. But when they're all as okay put together, which will be compounding. Compounding of what? Recordings from different frequencies. Which frequencies? That's okay, the frequencies on your bandwidth. Okay, when they are put together Yes, okay, give a final product. Yes, okay, that will be yes, okay, compounding. Compounding made on what? That's okay. Smaller range of okay as your bigger picture or your bigger yes, okay, range of frequencies. Right. So that will be yes, okay, what we can call frequency compounding. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what's going to be is okay, a must for yours having is okay, frequency compounding is okay, we will need a wide bandwidth. Which transducers gives you yes, okay, a wide bandwidth? Pulse wave transducers. Because pulse wave transducer, that will be yes, okay, the transducer that has okay as backing material. And okay, what we already know is that one of the consequences of okay as backing material was that okay, give it as a high bandwidth. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Okay, goals. Just take a short, should we say 10 minutes break, and we'll get back and then talk a bit about just okay, what we'll call temporal compounding. Okay. Okay, ladies. And welcome back. Now, let's just talk about next topic, which will be temporal compounding. Now, go your temporal compounding is also known as persistence. So we can see that it also will be called temporal averaging. So these are made as okay, just two synonyms for your temporal compounding. Okay, goes. Now, all of your compoundings, all of them are example of Reprocessing. Where there was spatial component, where there was frequency component, where there was, also you see here is okay, temporal component, also known as persistence. Okay, you can actually, as okay, verify that from yes, okay, from the table in your book about yes, okay, pre and post processing. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Okay, guys, now when we say temporal compounding, not temporal, mean yes, okay, just mean yes, okay, pertaining to time. Okay. So what your temporal compounding is going to be, yes, okay, we can mainly say, okay, that there will be, yes, okay. So, compounding of different frames that are put together to, yes, okay, make, okay, yes, a final frame. Okay. Let's put it this way. That we can say, okay, and that's going to be the main difference between this and, okay, yes, spatial compounding. That this is going to be the oldest frame. We can say, okay, this will be an old, this will be a new, and we can say, okay, this is going to be as okay, the newest frame. Okay, so mainly because it is going to be as okay, be different frames taken over the course of time that are put together. It's okay, that's why we call it temporal compounding. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why is it that we want to do that? Now, what we mainly can say is the main is okay purpose of, let's say, is okay, temporal compound. Let's say is okay that the structure that we as okay are scanning. Now, in one frame, it was here. Let's do it like this. In the next frame, that was okay as compounded. It was here. In the next frame, that okay as that we compounded. The structure, for instance, okay, was here. And the next frame that okay as was compounded. The structure was over here. Okay. Now, what this here is actually going to be, well, okay, it's not going to be as okay one frame, but it's made as okay, it's going to be as okay. Newer frame being compounded by an older frame, which is going to be compounded by an older frame, which is going to be compounded by an older frame. So what we actually as okay, we'll see as a result of the temporal compounding is that okay, as this structure here actually is okay, moved across the frame. Is that clear?
Yes.
Right, okay. So we can say, okay, that may as okay, be as okay, we can say, okay, the main clinical as okay, diagnostical as okay, importance of temporal component. And it actually is okay, going to enable us just okay, because it's okay, follow the movement of a structure as okay across the frame. Okay, where okay as or where we actually says okay that these are going to be as okay individual frames, or where we says okay images taken as okay over a course of time. Okay, and mainly is okay because different frames from different time periods, if we want to put it that way, are as okay overlapped or put together as okay gives us what we can call as okay temporal compounding. Okay. Clear, where we actually as okay will be able to as okay possibly see as okay this structure here is okay moving. Now we can have as okay a smooth recording of the movement like this. Or as okay, where we may see as okay that okay as the recording of, let's say, as okay, the movement is broken. Now we mainly as okay, we can say as okay get a smooth temporal compounding like this if as okay the frame rate is greater than the, we can say as okay, speed of the moving structure. Okay, where we can say okay, well, okay, the greater the frame rate, and okay, if it is greater than okay, yes, the movement or the speed of the moving structure, yes, okay, will be actually yes, okay able to capture you, yes, okay, it's movement from here to 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 here, like that. Okay, when all these frames then that's okay will be superimposed, that's okay, we will actually be able to just okay follow yes, okay, the smooth or the movement of the structure as okay across our frame. And so what okay started its journey here, but then in the next frame it was here, then the next frame was here. But that's only as okay for as okay frame rate, the rate at which the number of frames that is okay we develop in a certain period of time is going to be okay greater than the speed of the moving structure. Okay, so we can say okay, that's mainly as okay where okay as that we'll have okay as temporal compounding as okay as a plus. Okay, so this is mainly going to be good where the speed at which is okay the structure is moving is low, or it's okay we have okay as a high frame rate, then we have okay some good temporal compounding, or as you can say as okay, and that good temporal compounding is going to lead to as okay a good temporal resolution. Did you get that?
Yes.
Whereas okay as in this scenario here, where we has okay maybe for instance okay in one frame yes okay we saw the structure here, for instance, okay, where okay in the next frame yes okay the structure had moved all the way over here, where okay in the next frame yes okay the structure had moved all the way over here, and okay we can say okay in the final frame yes okay it had moved all over here, which may or mean that okay yes. Okay. Now, why is that? That's mainly because okay, we can say it's okay that okay, that's our frame rate was lesser than the speed of the moving structure, which mainly mean that okay, if our frame rate was low, then we have a low frame rate, which may mean that okay, it takes more time for each frame to just okay be produced where, okay, so we actually have, okay, a lesser number of frames in a specific period of time. Okay, when that is compared to just, okay, the movement of or the speed of the moving structure. So that will actually is okay. We can say, okay, in that case, that's okay. That will lead to, okay, a poor temporal resolution. Okay, which means, okay, would be as okay. We can say, okay, a disadvantage of your temporal compounding. Okay, did that make sense? Now you can always go back to, yes, okay, chapter 11. No, not chapter 11. Sorry, chapter 13, and say, okay, what causes, okay, yes, the frame rate to be reduced. Roughly speaking, it's okay, anything that, okay, yes, increases the G frame will cause the frame rate to reduce. But mainly it's okay, due to this that we see it's okay that if the speed of the structure, or because, okay, the speed at which the structure is moving is low, or it's okay, lesser than the frame rate, then that will actually is okay, give us, okay, as a good temporal resolution as a result of, okay, good temporal compounding. Whereas, okay, it will be a disadvantage that it's not going to just, okay, be able to record structures which move at a high speed. Okay, now your book may, yes, okay, talks about, yes, okay, things such as hard valves. Hard valves moves at a very, very, very high speed. Okay, not to talk about, yes, okay, the blood in certain conditions and certain phenomena move at very, very high speed. That would mainly mean that, okay, yes, if we would like to just, okay, record those velocities or speed of that very, very, very high moving structure, we actually say, okay, we need to use specialized transducers. Did that make sense? Whereas, okay, if it's a structure that is moving, okay, it's moving, but it's not moving like, okay, yes, at a rapid speed. Temporal compounding, for instance, okay, will be good enough. But only if yes, okay, the frame rate is greater than the speed of the moving structure. Okay. Because it's going as okay, going to be as okay, these frames that are taken over as okay a course of time that are going to as okay be put together to just okay make compares okay the newest frame to an older frame, which is going to compare to an older, even older frame, and compare to an even older frame, and okay, it's going to go on. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so pretty much okay, yes. If you got your chapter 13, yes, okay. This is mainly yes, okay, what happens.
I have a question.
Just a sec, my dear. Go ahead.
So does temporal compounding happen like when you use M mode on the
Well, okay, don't go into, you can put it that way, but let's not go there into that discussion there.
Okay.
You can mainly say it's okay, any moving structure.
Okay.
Okay, but it's okay in M mode. What is it we mainly as okay? One of the things that we actually as okay may look at is hard valves. Okay, one of the things that okay that you may be looking at in M mode is going to be the hard valves. You may also as okay look at okay as we can say as okay the movement of the myocardium. Now it may be as okay suitable for as okay for the myocardium, as far as the hard values are concerned, yes, okay, it may not be ideal because hard values moves, that's okay, very, 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 very fast. Okay. You can compound it, but that's okay. What's going to happen is that, okay, as the recording is going to be broken. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. But my idea that, yes, okay, the main difference, because that's okay, when we say it's okay, both spatial compounding versus, yes, okay, temporal compounding is concerned. Okay. Now, both of these two here, whether it was, okay, a spatial compounding are going to just, okay, add up multiple frames to just, okay, produce the compounded image. Did that make sense?
Yes.
So is okay, yes, we can say it's okay, your temporal compounding is going to just, okay, add up. We can say it's okay, multiple frames to compound, yes, okay, a final image. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, one of the main differences was that, okay, yes, of temporal compounding and spatial compounding was that, okay, yes, in temporal compounding, yes, okay, we can say, okay, these frames here, okay, were different in the time that they were taken. Where, okay, for spatial compounding, we can mainly say, okay, that each of these frames here, okay, yes, okay, were taken at the same time, but at different angles. Okay, where we says, okay, what were those different angles? That's okay, it could be like this. It could say, okay, like this, then this, and then this. Did that make sense? So it's okay at the same time, but in different angles. There is going to be the opposite for your temporal compound, because in temporal compound, it was going to be, okay, be frames taken at different times. But here, yes, okay, from the same angle. Okay, so because what was it that we did in temporal compounding was, my idea, we made it, okay, just wanted to just, okay, follow, let's say, okay, the movement or motion of a structure across our frame. Okay. There we are, okay, in the first frame it says, okay, it was here. But that was going to be like, okay, we saw that in the movie as, okay, as the structure was here. Then, okay, that was, okay, as superimposed by us, okay, this next frame where, okay, the structure was here. We may say, yes, okay, it will be here. In the next frame, that's okay, it's going to, that's okay, we superimposed. Okay, the structure was here, which, okay, in the final frame, the component frame is going to be shown like here. And like that. Last, that's okay, it is here, which will show you like that. Like this. Did that make sense? But in all these cases, okay, what we're going to say is okay. Is okay. We are just for simplicity that we are scanning our image. Unless, okay, yes, one angle. It's okay. It's going to, it's okay, be from the same angle, but the only thing is that's going to be different is that, okay, it's going to be, it's okay at different times. Clear? Did that make sense? And if you say that, okay, yes, if you, for instance, okay, have a great time between the frames, that is going to be, okay, a great time break between this frame to this frame to this frame to this frame, that will actually is okay lead to just okay a low frame rate. Where we actually can say it's okay that okay as you will have okay at end, yes, okay, would end up as a poor temporal resolution. Did that make sense? Whereas on the other hand, my dear, if you said that okay, yes, the time, or that's going to be as okay, less time between yes, okay, frame to frame to frame to frame. That would actually as okay cause it will have okay as a great frame rate. And that most likely is okay, well, we can say okay, improve the temporal resolution. Okay. But mainly because okay, it uses more frames that are compounded. It's made as okay, only going to be as okay, we can say okay, the ideal method to just okay, follow the movement of slow moving structures. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, my dear, if you look at the bottom of page 256, the bottom figure, page 256, because it's okay, which is figure 15.17. Okay. Now, that's okay. This is mainly that's okay, just an example of okay, yes, a color Doppler in both cases. And what we mean is okay, just okay. Now, as okay, the transducer that we mean is okay, used for this kind of studies here will be as okay, your linear sequential array. Now, what did I say about linear sequential array? Because okay, and especially as okay, when we use it for as okay, for Doppler studies. Okay, as okay, your image, okay, your image could either have been as okay, what we call as okay, rectangular shaped. Okay, or it could have been parallelogram shaped. Okay, but if you go like okay with this one here, it's okay. That may mean that okay, yes, that we have been scanning is okay from one angle. Okay, we have one image is going to it's okay be superimposed by another older image, is superimposed by an older image, and so on. So, and in that way, it's okay, we'll be able to, yes, okay, in this case, okay, get okay as a smoother blood flow or recording of the blood flow. Or you can say, okay, more accurately as okay, recording the blood flow. So that's when you look at figure A as okay, that structure in the middle, as okay, which means okay, shows red, is not fully filled. Which means that that's going that will have had been as okay without persistence. Where, okay, what persistence or is, okay, temporal compounding will do is, well, okay, that blood vessel is going to, okay, be looking more filled out. Mainly because it's going to be, as okay, able to more accurately, as okay, record the movement of the flowing blood. Okay. But it's going to be as okay at one angle. So as okay, for your linear sequential, as okay, we can steer the angle, but what we may see is okay, as we steer the angle, it's okay, it's going to be like this. Okay. Or it's okay for your color Doppler because okay, as the blood vessel still runs here, it still runs here, but it's me, it's okay, it's just going to be it's okay in this area here. That your color Doppler will be recorded. Or you may say, well, okay, yes. Because it's okay, this was the blood vessel. But yes, okay, we now steer our box in this angle here. Which means you mean that okay, yes. Your pulse will go like this, and okay, yes. You see it's okay, then okay, this. Like that. Okay, so to remember, yes, okay, is okay. The difference between yes, okay, temporal and spatial compounding, because what all compoundings did was okay, that they used multiple frames that were put together. Clear? Okay, because that's okay, that's pretty much okay what was common in all compoundings. Clear? Now, the difference between spatial compounding versus temporal compounding was that, okay, is in spatial compounding, we said, okay, as we took multiple frames and put them together to make as, okay, a compounded image or frame or whatever you want to call it. Okay. But these were mainly as, okay, taken at the same time, but from different angles. Okay, so mainly because okay, it was at different angles, images from different angles that was compounded together. That's why we call it spatial. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, whereas for your temporal compounding, well, okay, yes, that was going to be as okay, frames compounded together. But what about these frames here? As okay, they were taken over as okay, a span of different times. Okay, but we kept the angle from which okay, as each of these pictures or frames here were taken the same. So the angle remained the same, but it's okay, the time at which they were taken is different. And in that way, as okay, we may be able to okay, follow as okay, a slow moving structure. The relation between that was okay, as I said earlier here, that okay, as if your frame rate is greater than the speed of the moving structure, we can okay, we have okay, as a good temporal compounding. Okay, clear? Where okay, the frame rate was lesser than the speed at which okay, as the structure was moving, we will have a poor temporal compounding because okay, in one frame the structure is here, and the other frame is okay, is going to be here, and another frame is going to be here, and another frame is. So actually, what is it that we're doing? We can say it's okay, we are missing all this. We're missing this movement here. We're missing this movement here. We're missing this movement here, which was not the case that we had up here, because okay, because of rapidly as okay taken frames, because of an increased frame rate. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Because ultimately, as okay, it's going to be as okay, each of these individual frames are going to be like a tick, 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 tick. And okay, as you may get okay, zoom, just okay, a smooth recording, or you may just okay get a tick, 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 broken up recording. Okay, but temporal compounding, my dear, is only going to be as okay, we can say as okay, ideally as okay, used for if you're recording structures which are moving. Okay, because what did we say? At different times, but from the same angle. You may see a statue somewhere. Right, okay. You take a picture of it now. You come back, okay, let's say it's okay, 3 minutes later and take another picture, but from the same angle. Okay, you don't change the direction, or it's okay, the place from which it's okay, you're taking the picture of that statue. That statue is not going to move. It's a statue. Clear? So when you overlap those pictures, what are you going to say? Well, okay, nothing changed. Right? Okay. Okay. But let's say it's okay if there's a little birdie that moves along that statue. And now, yes, okay, take a picture and a picture and a picture and a picture. Well, okay, the statue is there. But yes, okay, in one frame, the bird is going to be here. In one picture, the bird is going to be here. In one picture, the bird is going to be here. In one picture, the bird is going to be here. Now you can say that's okay. If you are able to just okay, flicker your camera so fast that you actually is okay with a high frame rate. Take a great number of frames. What do you get? Well, okay, yes, from the same location, you'll be able to just okay, follow the movement of the bird flying. Whereas okay, we take a picture. Then the next time you take the picture, the bird is here. Then the next time you take the picture, the bird is here. The next time you take it, what did you do? You missed what was here. 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 Okay. So yes, okay, for temporal compounding is going to be as okay at different times, but from the same angle. Where okay, for spatial compounding is going to be as okay at same time, but from different angles. Clear? That same statue, well, okay, as you take a picture of it from the front. You take a picture of it from the front side, left side, then the right side, then okay, over here, then over here, then you go to the back. And when you, for instance, okay, you can say compound those images. That's okay. You, in that case, that's okay. If you go all around the statue, you get okay the 360-degree image of it, right? Okay, or recording of it. We're not going to go that extreme here. We can make okay, well, okay, a picture from this side, a picture from this side, like this. But when they're superimposed, yes, okay, that will be as okay. What you can call as okay, spatial compounding. You can even say as okay, as a result of that, you actually say okay, may get okay as a more yes, okay, 3D image of the statue, or whatever. Okay. Did that make any sense?
Yes, it did.
Okay, my dear. So just look at okay the last paragraph on page 256. That means that's okay, tells you that's okay the difference between temporal compounding versus spatial compounding. Okay, where here is okay, they just use the word persistence, which is that's another name for your temporal compounding. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. It's not pertaining to compounding, but it's about grayscale display.
Mhm.
I don't understand, like in the book, it says like, have different shades of gray with
Mhm.
different amplitude. So it's like,
No, not different amplitude. Well, you can say the amplitudes based on, because my dear, listen, a strong reflection. Now I say strong reflection, what does that mean? A reflection which has a lot of energy. It's always going to appear bright. Did that make sense?
yeah,
Okay. Whereas a weak reflection. Now, when I say weak, what does that mean? It carries less energy. So you can say, okay, low intensity, low amplitude, low this, low that.
okay.
It's always going to appear dark. Did that make sense?
Yeah,
Right. Okay. So that means that's okay. Just you can say, okay, your brightness. Strong, bright, less strong, dark. And completely is okay, gone. Oh, no, yes, okay. It's going to be okay, pitch black.
okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to, yes, okay, contrast or grayscale. Okay. Now you can mainly, yes, okay, just say, yes, okay, that your grayscale is going to, yes, okay, we can say, okay, relevant to or related to the varieties of shades that you have. So if you have a great grayscale, the reason that they use the word gray is that, okay, yes, your diagnostic images, plain B mode images, my dear, are going to be pretty boring to look at. There are going to be no colors. The only colors that you will have is, okay, as black and white, and, okay, as varieties of shades of gray. So if you look here, yes, okay, you can say as, okay, an ultrasound image mainly as, okay, well, just mean as, okay, how the colors of my shirt, the light in the back, and, okay, as the black background.
Okay.
Clear? Okay. Yeah. But we can say as, okay, here I only have one shade of gray, right? Okay. Okay. If I, for instance, okay, was wearing a shirt which was, okay, as having different stripes of different gray colors, that would have increased your grayscale. Okay, so you can say it's okay. The grayscale media is going to be as, okay, related to the varieties of shades of gray that you have. Yeah. So the greater the varieties of shades of gray between black and white is going to be as, okay, a great grayscale. So greater varieties of shades of gray, greater grayscale, right?
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas, okay, as a lesser varieties of shades of gray between black and white, smaller grayscale. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. But a weak reflection, my idea, is always going to be dark. A strong reflection, my idea, is always going to be light. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Then you can say as, okay, the dark shades of gray are going to be as, okay, at least they're going to be stronger than, okay, as the black. Or whatever you see as a black reflection. Because they have at least, okay, more energy, or they're at least going to be, okay, stronger than, okay, the reflection that produced a black reflection. As you go, yes, okay, from the dark side to the lighter side, to the lighter side, to the lighter side, to the lighter side, those are reflections that are going to, yes, okay, produced by stronger and stronger reflections. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now the main thing about is, okay, oh yes, okay, main, yes, okay, maybe. because it's okay. Play with the grayscale by compression. We will talk more in detail about that in chapter 16. Okay.
Yeah.
But just remember, dear, greater grayscale. Well, okay, may just mean that you have a greater varieties of shades of gray. Lesser grayscale, lesser varieties of shades of gray. The lowest or the smallest grayscale that you can have is where, okay, as you only had 2 sheets, black and white.
Okay.
There was no shades of gray. And that was what we call bistable.
Yes.
Clear? Okay. Bistable means because, okay, there's only 1 bit per pixel, which only gives you, okay, 2 shades, black and white. That's it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
No problem there. But just remember, dear, smaller grayscale, greater contrast. The greater the contrast, poorer the contrast resolution. And thereby also. Okay, girlies. Edge enhancement. Now, what do you mean by an edge?
Like the outside.
Outside or the corner, right? Okay. Clear. Now, edge enhancement is mainly as okay. Don't really as okay, but it's mainly as okay, just going to be as okay a mechanism by which, okay, as by which we mean is like the system will be able to, as okay, increase the as okay, or clearly as okay, display the edge of instruction. Mainly as okay, by because as okay, increasing as okay, the contrast between the shade here on the side of the edge and here. And made as okay by increasing the contrast between these 2 sides here. Actually, that's okay. Causes that okay as we get a more clear display of the edge.
So it's increasing the edge contrast on just one side or both?
Both sides.
Okay.
Now, what did we mean by contrast? The difference of the shades of gray, right? Okay, or what we can mean is yes, okay, that okay, as what the edge enhancement does. It means it's okay, because it's okay. It reduces the gray zone. Now here's okay, the word gray zone is means okay, just being says okay, well okay, yes, where it's hard to determine is this dark, is this light? Okay. Or just like okay, somebody said, well, okay, this thing here is not crystal clear. I still don't get it. I'm still in that gray zone. Right, okay, if something is not clear to you, you'll say, okay, I got some of it, but I'm still in a gray zone. I'm not crystal clear on it. Okay, that's why, that's mainly because you say, well, okay, I don't know, is this black, is this white? Is this bright, is this dark? Or something like that. Okay. Okay. Did that make sense? So it pretty much okay as it means as okay, it's the mechanism that okay as because says okay, takes you out of the gray zone and say, well, listen, okay, bam. you are now on the bright side. Or it's okay on the dark side. Okay. But maybe it's okay just around the edges of structures, which you can mean says, okay, what's going to be the main benefit of that? That's mean it's okay, going to create more of a clear outline of the structures. Because the edge of a structure means it's okay, there's going to be a so what you can call the boundary. Enhancement just means increase. But what actually is going to be increased is going to be as okay, the contrast on either side of the boundary of a structure. That will cause it to as okay, be more as okay. That edge or boundary of a structure is going to as okay, be more clearly standing out. Okay, what you guys will see is okay when we talk in chapter 17, which is a little weird isolated chapter, abstract chapter, is where it's okay, go further and says okay, methods of contrasting. Whereas if you just keep the word as okay, think of a contrast being as okay, difference between yes, okay, two things. Okay, you would understand is okay what contrasting would mean. Right. So it's okay when we went across our grayscale. Here we just call it grayscale because okay, your images are mainly going to be made of black and white and okay, different shades of gray. If you have black paint and just white paint, from there, those two, it's okay, paint, you can actually, it's okay, make different varieties of gray. It just depends upon, it's okay, what the proportions of black to white is that you mix together. So you can say, okay, you can take more black and less white, you will get a dark shade of gray. Where, okay, as if you take more white and less black and mix it together, we get a great light shade of gray. Did that make sense? Okay, ladies. Any questions so far? Now let's just go on to, yes, okay, we can say it's okay, our next topicus, which will be fill in interpolation. Okay, girls. So what is going to be is okay, fill in interpolation. Now let me just give you okay an example of how it's okay to look at fill in interpolation. This, no, the dash is dash of the, okay. The dash is dash of dash to dash. Now you pretty much okay as filling up these spaces here with the accurate word is going to be as okay, fill in an interpolation. Did that make sense? Yeah, we mainly can say that, okay, yes, these words here in your image mainly as okay is made up of your pulses. Okay, so what fill in interpolation means is going to be is, well, okay, we can say it's okay, the system actually is okay, fill up the space between is okay two consecutive pulses. Did you girls get that?
Can you say it one more time?
Yeah, so the pulses.
Well,
So
I
like,
may said okay that fill in interpolation is mainly as okay just the mechanism by which the system fills up the spaces between the pulses.
Thank you.
Now, some of you will be scratching your head and say, how is the system going to be able to know what to do and how to do it? Or says, okay, that this is going to be as okay, the shade that is going to fill up this space here. Well, my dear, practically it's okay, what the system will do is just okay, let's say it's okay, fill up this space that we can lay, okay, give it as space 1. Is mainly as okay, going to compare the shades produced by as okay, pulse A and pulse B. Likewise, it's okay to fill up this space that we can call, so that's referring to space 2. It means okay by comparing it's okay the reflections of space pulse B and C. And likewise, we can go on. I'll say yes, okay, yes. This space here means okay comparing as okay pulse C to D. Space 3 here. And so forth. That's okay, what we'll call is okay, space 4. Which means going to be comparing as okay, the reflections from pulse D and E. Did that make sense?
yes.
Now, girls, what is it that you see here? Well, the pulses that I have given you is not really giving you much clue, right? The dash is dash, off dash, to dash. Did that make sense? So what have we actually as okay, we'll have okay as an example like this is, well, okay, yes, we can say it's okay that we have a practically is okay if the pulse is okay, have a low density. Which mean that okay, that will be as okay. greater space to fill up by as okay, fill in interpolation. Now, what do we know that okay, this lesser pulse density is okay will lead to? Now that will lead to as okay, because it's okay, a poor axial resolution. As a matter of fact, it's okay, will also lead to as okay, a poor spatial resolution. Because that's okay, there's going to be as okay, a lot of guessing that you have to do. Right? Because there's going to be as okay, a lot of space between as okay, pulses that are not being as okay, practically not being scanned, or as okay, not being bombarded with a pulse. Did that make sense? Where we can say, okay, now this here is okay, that would mean it's okay, just our, that's okay, sector shape or sector size. Now we can take a similar sector size and say that, okay, as what if the pulse increases? Then you can then all of a sudden say that, okay, yes, our sentence which was okay, because that's okay, was okay, yes. First was me, yes, okay, just one pulse, followed by a space, followed by a pulse, followed by a space. That we now actually as okay, may even say, well, okay, yes, what are, let's say, as okay, the first three letters of our word here. Something like that. Or where you can maybe say, okay, well, okay, that there's going to be as okay, a lesser area between the pulses, where the system will actually, that's okay, mean it's okay, guess which shades to put by comparing as okay, neighboring pulses. So here we have, okay, as we actually say, okay, well, we have a greater pulse density. Because, okay, that was going to be that there was a greater number of pulses in, okay, the same sector shaped image, right? Which made as okay, would just lead to as okay, that as okay, be reduced or less need for as okay, fill in interpolation between as okay, pulse to pulse to pulse to pulse. Or we already know that okay, this increased and pulse okay, pulse density is okay, what that do? It increases your axial resolution. It also has okay, increase or improve as okay, your spatial resolution. Okay, there will be as okay, you'll be more able to as okay, more accurately complete this sentence here, because I may have said, okay, well, okay, even this space here is okay, was filled out with a pulse. And it's okay that let's just say it's okay, ice cream. So at least you know, okay, that okay, as we are talking about something about ice cream. Okay, to complete the sentence. Okay. If I, for instance, okay, yesterday have given you guys a question that says, okay, yes, dash to dash is dash to dash. You go up the What the blue, right? Here. But if I, okay, yes, gave you the word that was here, and you, yes, okay, say, yes, okay, gave you the word that was here, which was actually, okay, not really, yes, okay, a dash anymore. No, you mean it's okay, just hatch, yes, okay, you can say it's okay. Yes, okay. Yes, this word here and this word here. So you can say it's okay, you will make it, it's okay, be more able to, yes, okay, accurately. Yes, yes, okay, the phrase or the sentence or whatever. Or have any of you ever watched the TV show Wheel of Fortune?
Yes.
So whenever it's okay, they start a new round or whatever you call it. What is it? Mainly, yes, okay. Well, okay, as the screen is, mainly, yes, okay, there, but okay, there's no letter display, right? Clear. And you can say, it's okay, the more letters, yes, okay, you actually, yes, okay, end up guessing correctly. What is left? Less and less space with no letters.
Yes.
Right, okay, okay. So you can say, okay, the more letters you end up as, okay, guessing, or it's okay, already have there on the board. There's less spaces that need to be filled out. Okay, where the means by which says, okay, your system fills up the areas that are not scanned because, okay, yes, okay, a pulse didn't travel through it. It's going to just, okay, somehow guess, okay, what is the shade of gray? Or we can say, okay, composition of a possible reflection that would have been created in this area. But how is that going to do that? Mean is okay, comparing is okay, what was the shade of gray of the pulse traveling here and here? So the area between these two pulses means okay, going to be guessed by comparing these two pulses, intensities, or reflections. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So that's okay. Wheel of Fortune, yes, okay. Is okay, yes. The less letters that need, okay. But then there are people, yes, okay, who are busted, okay, there's just one letter. And they still don't get it right. Did that make sense? So yes, okay, playing yes, okay, Wheel of Fortune is fill in interpolation. Did that make sense? So you can say as okay, you can mean it's okay, just okay, let's just compare this one here to let's say it's okay, a sector shape image of the same size. And now I'm going to become okay as a real a-hole. Now we can mean it's okay, what about the pulse density here? We can just, okay, for the simplicity, it's okay, label them as A and B. What do you have in A and what do you have in B? Now we can mainly say that, okay, yes, in A, what do we have? A great pulse density, right? Where, okay, we compare that to B, yes, okay, we have a low pulse density. Did that make sense? Where we actually, when we compare, yes, okay, A to B, yes, okay, what we mainly will see that in B, they're going to, yes, okay, we can just, okay, be greater areas. Between pulse to pulse to pulse that needs So we actually, that's okay, would have, okay, as an increased need for fill in interpolation. But remaining says, okay, that this low pulse density is okay. What would that lead to? That actually is okay, will lead to is okay, poor axial resolution. It also leads to is okay, likewise, okay, a poor spatial resolution. Did that make sense? Did that make sense? Yes, girls. Because up here is okay on your wheel of fortune. That's okay. You are comparatively as okay left with less guessing to do, right? Whereas, for example, B, we can say, well, okay, yes. We didn't have that many pulses. So what were you left with? More guessing to do, right? Any questions?
So with the fill in interpolation, I think I'm saying it wrong. So A would be ideal for scanning, not B, because it's less guessing.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You can say, okay, the greater the pulse density, lesser fill in interpolation. And fill in interpolation means, okay, just because it's okay, just okay as well, okay, healthy guessing. Clear, but how accurate will that be? Probably not as much. In this case here, it's okay as compared to here. Did that make sense? So greater pulse density actually is okay because it's okay, reduce the need for fill-in interpolation. Fill-in interpolation means okay, well, just okay as fill up the blanks. Fill up what blanks? Well, okay, the blanks between the pulses, which were the words or letters that you already had, okay, guessed on your phrase. Did that make sense?
Yes.
So if you just look at, okay, the second paragraph, it mainly has, okay, in the beginning, it says, okay, all this, okay, a sophisticated computer program, but that's able to predict the grayscale levels of missing data. Which is, okay, yes. What is the missing data? Whatever area is not being, is okay, bombarded with a pulse. So the system actually is okay, will be able to just, okay, try to predict the grayscale of the missing data. where you just go to the next sentence and says, the program, which program? Program of fill-in interpolation. Uses the gray, non-grayscale levels from neighboring pixels, which were from pulses. What do you mean by neighboring? Yes, okay. This fellow here, Mr. Benson, is the neighbor to this fellow here, Mr. Whosoever, yes, okay, Jackson. So comparing, yes, okay, the shades of Mr. Benson and Mr. Jackson, they may say, well, okay, yes, this is what it's going to look like here. So the system is, okay, predicts, is okay, let's say it's okay what the house of Mr. Branson looks like and the house of Mr. Jackson looks like. And it's okay, what kind of fence will they have? If you want to put it that way. But it's okay, neighboring pulses. So that's why I said here, it's okay. This missing data between A and B, which were neighboring pulses, was predicted by comparing A and B. And it's okay, there's going to be, it's okay, the shade between the two ones, which we label as A or 1. Likewise, from B and C, which are neighboring pulses, the shades of gray between these two neighboring pulses is going to be predicted by comparing B and C. Likewise, from C and D, which were neighboring pulses. Did that make sense? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Okay, girls. Now look here. So this is your image. Oops. Okay, this was okay as the image that you got. We can say it's okay that, okay, my dear ladies, these here are your pulses. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Good. Now, this was your image. And we can say, it's okay, what do we have at a shallow depth versus the deep depth? Yes, ladies. Do you see any difference between the shallow depth versus the deep depth?
There's less space in the shallow depth
Mm-hmm.
versus the deep depth.
Okay, good. So what would that tell you?
That the fill-in interpolation is less in the shallow depth than it is in the deep depth.
Exactly, very good. Did that make sense? But you can say it's okay, you can still say it's okay that this would only it's okay be applicable for it's okay images, which means it's okay will be sector shaped images, right? And or you is okay, your trapezoidal images. Because what is that we have in a sector shape? Yes, okay. Up here we can say it's okay. The image may just measure. It's okay. Let's say it's okay. 1 millimeter. It is pointed. Whereas okay, as down here it's okay. It may measure 10 centimeters. So it's okay for these shaped images here. The greater the depth, that's okay. Well, yes, okay. Actually, it's okay. We can say reduce your ER, reduce your SR. Because what mainly happens is that okay, the distance between neighboring pulses increases. Did that make sense? Well, yes, okay. Well, you can say it's okay here. Less space or less area that needs to be guessed between yes, okay, neighboring pulses. Whereas, okay, as you go deeper, you see it's okay, the distance between the pulses increases. If you look at the distance here versus here versus here versus here versus here versus here, the distance increases, right? Okay, but that only as okay happens in okay images which are okay sector shaped or yes okay trapezoidal shape. Where okay for your linear sequential array, yes okay, the top dimension of your image, if that's for instance okay, well let's say it's okay 5 centimeters up here. Well okay, yes. The bottom dimension of your image here is also going to be okay from here to here is still going to be okay, those 5 centimeters. That is irrespective of whether yes okay the depth was 2 centimeters or even if you go to yes okay to an increased depth. Let's say it's okay 5 centimeters deep, yes okay, the image is still going to be having yes okay, this dimension here is still going to be yes okay 5 centimeters. Just as an example. Where okay, yes. Yes, okay, this means yes, okay, all your pulses will have been going. Or you had steer or image this way, or beams this way. Clear. Even if you yes, okay, go, yes, okay, and say yes, okay, parallelogram, yes, okay, we can say yes, okay, that okay, yes, or beam was steered this way. But when we compare, it's okay, this dimension here, we can say, okay, we keep it 5 centimeters. Well, okay, this is also just going to be okay, 5 centimeters. Irrespective of okay, as if our imaging depth was, for instance, 3 centimeters, we can increase it further. So let's say it's okay, 6 centimeters. Well, okay, yes. Add a depth of 6 centimeters. Okay, sorry, we missed about okay from basically, damn it. Okay, yes, we still yes, okay, let's say it's okay, increase the depth. This dimension here and this dimension here from side to side, side to side, side to side. If it was 5 centimeters, it's going to be 5 centimeters here, it's going to be 5 centimeters here. Which may mean that okay, yes, in this case, you can say it's okay that the pulses means okay, just were steered in this direction. Where okay, yes, the distance between is okay, consecutive pulses or neighbor pulses remain the same. Or your pulse density is the same, right? Did that make sense? Yes, girls.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, okay, okay. So not directly, yes, okay, written in your book. Right, okay. That's not mentioned in your book. If you yes, okay, read, fill in interpolation from top to bottom, right? So where the hell did I get all this from? Thinking. No, I did the thinking and just spoon fed it to you. The only thing you guys will have to do is to eat it. Chew on it and swallow it. And if you're able to digest it, say yes, okay, we got it, Mike. If you choke on it, that means, okay, yes, you didn't chew well enough on it. So if you choke on it, yes, okay, give me a call. And I say, Mike, can you help us out? I can say, okay, I can chew on it together with you guys, and okay, yes, make it swallowable for you. Any question? No.
No, not yet.
Okay. Are there still some, yes, okay, gray zones that needs to be, yes, okay, fill in interpolated in fill in interpolation? No. Yes, girls. Okay, ladies, now just take okay as a short lunch break, and when we come back, we will talk about okay emerging technology, elastography, and just a little bit about it's okay PAX versus DICOM. Okay. Yeah, so would it be fair to say that I see you ladies back at 12:40ish? Sounds fair?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. See you then. Okay, girls, welcome back. Any questions? Yes, ladies. Any questions? Now the next one is going to be okay, what we will call elastography. Now, if you look at the word elastography, it means okay, comes from elastic, which means okay, just means a way of flexible, or it's okay, verb in this case is what we'll call compressible. Yeah, okay, as graphy here means okay, there's going to be okay, we can say okay, way of imaging. Okay. Now goes first of all is okay, this is what it says okay is an emerging technology. So at the moment, yes, okay, what would that mean? That okay, is it is still in development. Okay, but still in development, mainly as okay, what still is okay should be is okay. Take a grain of salt because okay, there are some practices which already is okay use elastography as a method of diagnosing, or it's okay, we can say diagnostic imaging. Now we can yes, okay, say yes, okay, what was the whole purpose of elastography? Why do we need it? Yeah, why do we need it? And this is mainly okay going to be used to, we can say okay, to scan solid
In the background.
tumors.
In the background, do you need anything?
Okay, girls. Now, when I say solid tumors, now what's going to be a tumor? Is there anybody who want to tell me what a tumor will be? Or what would be another name for a tumor?
A mass?
Very good. We can say okay, a mass or a growth. Yeah, very okay. As we mainly as okay, we'd like to know is this tumor or mass here? Is it non-cancerous, which we make is okay called benign? Clear? Or is it cancerous? Which means okay, mean that okay, so it was going to be okay, a malignant tumor. But please also keep then that's okay in mind that okay, as we are talking about as okay, solid tumors. Tumors that actually is okay, has a form or a shape or a mass. Okay, so this is not going to be as okay applicable to things such as okay as blood cancers. Okay, you'll not be able to just okay scan blood cancers with help of elastography, mainly because okay, blood cancer, although it's okay, it is a form of cancer, it is malignant, but it's not going to be as okay composing okay a solid tumor. Did that make sense?
Yes.
So it can mean it says okay, but this method here is okay, it's going to be as okay, we can say it's okay, may become more and more and more and more and more practiced. Made it okay to scan solid tumors such as uterine cancers, breast cancers, cysts and like cancerous cysts and livers and things like that. Did that make sense? I mean, that's okay based on, that's okay, the elastographic reading that we get determined. Well, okay, this mass, well, okay, we have a mass. Well, what's the likelihood of this mass is okay being cancerous or non-cancerous? Did that make sense?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okay. Now,
Huh?
if you practically is okay, just would like to just okay, mainly look okay as a common difference between is okay a non-cancerous solid tumor versus as okay a cancerous or malignant tumor. Now, what we mainly can say, or what mainly is okay, is going to be as okay, pretty much common for a solid tumor, as okay, a tumor of a solid mass, which is going to be cancerous. Ladies, these are most likely as okay going to be hard to feel. Hard to feel in a sense that okay, they feel hard. Let's put it this way. Hard to feel is okay as is probably it can be taken in 2 days. Okay, that will be difficult to feel. But actually it's okay, feel hard. Which mainly means okay, why would they feel hard? Mainly because we can say it's okay that they are less flexible, or let's say not flexible, it's probably going to be a wrong term. We can say it's okay, less compressible. Whereas generally speaking, girls, a benign tumor or a non-cancerous tumor is going to it's okay, we can say it's okay, soft, or we can say it's okay, they feel relatively soft. Now, why that? That's mainly because okay, that they are more compressible. Did that make sense? More compressive because it's okay, more spongy, where okay, as a malignant tumor most likely is going to feel hard. Did you girls get that?
Yes.
So pretty much okay, yes. This versus this is what we actually is okay use in elastography. Okay. Now, let me just give an example of okay how elastography is okay used to be done back in the days. Where okay, where this newer technology that they actually is okay are or have developed, but okay, it can't become as okay a common practice unless and until yes okay you can say that it's reliability is going to be as okay confirmed that okay it is going to be as okay a reliable way of okay yes scanning and be able to okay differentiate between yes okay different kinds of tumors whether they are cancerous or non-cancerous. So let's just say, ladies, no, sorry, but this may become okay as a little bit graphic. Okay. And it says, okay, now this will be a chest wall, and okay, yes. You can say, okay, this would become a breast. Okay, this would be a breast. Now, in this breast here, it's okay, you could have a tumor, you could have a lump. Right now, we can say, okay, a lump or a mass or a growth or a mass. We can just, okay, just refer it to as a lump. This is your lump. clear, or mass or growth, or tumor, clear. But we didn't really know whether this fellow here is okay was benign or non-cancerous, or whether it was malignant. Now, back in the old days, if the friend says, okay, saw a mass like this, we can say, okay, if the friend says, okay, we're using an ultrasound probe, what would they do? They were actually, it's okay, physically press the probe up against the breast. And we can mean it says, okay, as a result of that, okay, so this was your chest wall. We can say, okay, this will now be as okay, the breast, and okay, as here you have the lump. And they were actually as okay, use the transducer as a tool to just okay, both press on the breast and press on the lump and see if the lump was, if they were able to squeeze it. If they were able to squeeze it like this, that would mainly mean that okay, yes, it would have been benign. Whereas okay, if they were not able to squeeze it, that okay, yes, even by us okay pressing on the transducer against yes, okay, the lump, but it was not compressible. That would mainly had meant or indicated that okay, yes, it most likely was malignant. Did that make sense?
So like when they press down with the,
Exactly.
that's how they would know.
Let's do it like this. Say yes, okay, this was whatever structure. You saw a mass down here. What you actually would have been doing with the transducer while you placed it, or then press
Oh,
on it.
I
So
got
of
hurt.
course that's okay. That's not going to be as okay pleasant experience. Not to talk about the fact that okay, yes, it limits just okay. You can say it's okay the varieties of tumors that could be scanned in this way, because okay, what you needed between yes, okay, or it's okay at the other end of the tumor from the transducer, yes, okay, you need a solid mass to, or okay, solid structures you press it against, right?
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So just a second, my dear. You actually as okay, we're not going to be as okay. You can say it's okay, able to as okay perform a procedure like this. Let's say it's okay, a uterine mass, a mass in the liver, a mass anywhere else. Did that make sense? Because on the other side of the liver, what do you have? Okay, you have intestines, right? Okay, things like that. Okay, you might have just okay break a couple of ribs, yes, okay, be able to just okay press physically, yes, okay, press on the liver, and okay, so that's okay. So yes, okay, that method was pretty much limited. Yes, Shaq, you had a question there.
So would this consider a mammogram?
We coming to that one in a minute.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
it's not considered that then if it's.
No. Mammogram is, first of all, my dear, mammogram is not ultrasound. Mammogram is an X-ray.
Got it.
Clear? Okay. But that's going to just okay, be because that's okay. One of the other reasons that they went so okay, is there any way by which we can actually be free from using radiations to detect just at least okay, let's okay be able to just okay differentiate between benign and malignant tumors if they were solid.
So if they did the ultrasound on the breast and it wasn't compressed, it was hard, that's why they will go and try to go for other findings?
Pardon me there?
So if they do the scanning and they find like a hard mass,
Mhm.
that's why they will go and do further testing to see if it's,
Yes, they can either go for further testing, or you can say, it's okay, let's just go for a biopsy.
okay,
Or at least, okay, at least you'll be able to just, okay, say, well, okay, which cases or which patients would you can say, it's okay, will be candidates for a biopsy versus which cases would not. Because maybe it's okay, based on the findings, it's okay, it looks like a benign lump.
so if you're doing if you're scanning it, how are you placing it? How are you supposed to scan it? You said it needs another hard structure under it.
Yeah, but okay, let me speak, okay, dear.
Sorry.
So that was okay, but here it's okay, mainly because it's okay, because what do you have here? Okay, you can say it's okay, you have your rib cage, right? Okay, but the old method of okay as elastography mainly as okay would need that okay as the solid mass would need yes okay yes okay yes okay that you have okay as a solid structure underneath it that you actually as okay could compress the mass up against with help of the transducer. Because what they actually is okay would do here was mainly as okay pushing down on the transducer. Right, okay. And okay, as if you didn't have, let's say it's okay, a solid structure down here, it's okay, what would have been the case and what would have happened then? Let's say it's okay that you didn't have a chest wall. What would have happened? Well, okay, yes. The main only thing that was going to happen is that okay, as you pressed, yes, okay, the mass was also it's okay, just get to move down, right? The main goal here is to see is okay, is it compressible or not? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Clear? Okay. So yes, okay, mainly because of the old method where they actually is okay, directly as okay, pushed the transducer down. And that way it's okay, try to compress it up against that's okay, another structure underlying it. And say, okay, now we are applying pressure. Does it squeeze? If it squeezes, it's probably as okay, compressible. It will most likely have been benign. If it doesn't squeeze, mainly because it is less compressible, it's most likely malignant. Did that make sense? Okay, so one of the limitations that's okay of that's okay, the old method of okay as elastography was that okay as it could only be used first of all as okay only for solid tumors. Even yes okay or modern yes okay elastography is still going yes okay only be yes okay applicable to solid tumors. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, but what we actually will see in okay as the modern method of elastography, first of all, yes okay, what we are going to is okay not be doing is okay, we don't actually is okay need to physically is okay press down on the transducer. And you can say it's okay in this way, it's okay how to squish the mass between yes okay the transducer and okay and another line structure. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Good. So that's mainly is okay where they say okay yes, whether yes okay let's say it's okay a lump in the breast, or whether it's okay any other lump in any other structure, let's say it's okay in the uterus, or anywhere else, the liver, exactly. Would there be as okay a way by which as okay we'll still be able to as okay put a greater pressure on this mass here without as okay as actually as okay physically as okay pressing the transducer or putting as okay a pressure on the transducer, where you can say it's okay here, yes, okay, you don't really have any yes, okay, solid structures by the that's okay the uterus, again which against which you will be able to just okay press the uterus. Not to talk about is okay, for instance, okay, your liver. Okay, there's not going to be as okay any solid structures close by it that you can press the liver up against to say determine it's okay whether okay as this lump or mass that we have in the liver here is compressible or not. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Clear? So what did they do? Scooby-Doo, yes, okay, what is the modern way? Because there's no question about it, okay, there needs to be as okay some sort of okay as increased pressure on the mass to squish it or to compress it. And that increased pressure on the mass is actually it's okay going to yes, okay be produced by the transducer as okay as a matter of okay as increased force of the sound wave. So if that force, yes, okay, that is increased, if that is able to, yes, okay, compress on the tumor, what would that indicate? That, okay, yes, the tumor was compressible, which means it would indicate that, okay, yes, it most likely, yes, okay, would have been non-malignant or non-cancerous or benign. Whereas, okay, if this increased pressure here or force of the sound wave is still not able to, yes, okay, compress the tumor or the mass, that, okay, yes, it is not compressible. It is a solid tumor, or which is going to, yes, okay, hard, which mainly will indicate that, okay, yes, it is most likely malignant. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another thing, because okay, what you need to know is, again, yes, okay, we can say solid mass. Solid mass. Now we just said that, okay, yes, if this here is okay was benign, and this here is okay was malignant. Or we say that, okay, as due to is okay, we can say increased force by sound wave was going to, yes, okay, compress it. Whereas, okay, in malignant cases, it's okay, that increased force was not going to be able to compress. Or even if it is, well, okay, you can say it's okay, the degree of compression of a malignant tumor is going to be lesser than, okay, the degree to which, okay, as a benign tumor or mass is going to be compressible. Why? Because this is more hard. This is less compressible. Did that make sense? Now, girls, as I said, when we for instance, talked about malignant tumors. Another thing that malignant tumors, why did we call them malignant? Mainly because, they were rapidly growing. Contra to, a benign tumor. A benign tumor, may just be there. It doesn't increase in size. You look at it now, you look at it in 6 months, you look at it in a year, it doesn't grow. It's there. Okay, but it's there. So one thing that actually causes malignant tumors to grow is that that's contra a benign tumor. That the malignant tumor actually will have rich blood supply. Right, where you mainly will say is why does it need this rich blood supply? Why does it get this rich blood supply? Mainly because that's going to be how it gets all the goodies that the blood carries. Energy, nutrients, etc. All this, all these goodies, ideally, was meant for the different other tissues or organs or structures in the body. But another reason that, malignant cancers are bad or malignant tumors are bad is because they take most of those goodies for themselves. But what you mainly will see is, in a malignant tumor versus a benign tumor is that a malignant tumor is, will have a great blood supply. Where, as for a benign tumor, maybe it's just a little bit less like this. So how do we determine whether we have a great blood flow or a less blood flow? That's going to be with help of Doppler. So not just only the compressibility, that's just one factor. But you can say the Doppler mainly of a tumor, of a mass, actually will further confirm, is this a malignant tumor or is this a benign tumor? Because malignant tumor will have rich flow of blood, contrary to the benign tumor, which is going to have relatively less blood flow.
When you finish painting here, I want this area clean for the lady.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do we get the record the blood flow? That's going to we will help off Doppler exams. Any questions? Any question, ladies? Now we can always get back to this versus a mammogram, right? Especially as we talk of things such as breast cancers or breast tumors. Okay. Now I may say something, and that's inspired that as mammogram is still till now is what they call the standard test or yes, okay, scanning, yes, okay, what we in this case I can call yes, okay, breast lumps. Right. But what was it that mammograms were?
X-rays.
X-rays. So they are radiations. Okay. Now, one of the setbacks of mammograms is that okay, as you may have as okay false negatives. Now, why did we get or why were we getting yes okay false negative tests? Mainly because okay, you can say okay. In the attempt to yes okay minimize the patient's exposure to radiation, they will reduce the radiation. And that will actually call that okay as the image. Or as okay, you actually that's okay, will not be able to just okay etch the lumps on the image. Where okay, on the other side is okay, then you can say okay, then why not just increase the radiation or increase the amount of X-rays? Well, okay, my dad is going to increase the exposure. And okay, as exposure to radiation in itself can be as okay carcinogenous or cause development of cancers. Did that make sense? So we can mainly say, okay, elastography is okay, that may is okay become the future. Or it's okay, yes, okay, the new standard for especially there's okay a lot of solid tumor scannings. Did that make sense? Okay, okay. But the newer method versus just okay, what we can call is okay, the previous methods was that okay, as now it made as okay that okay as the force of the sound wave produced by the transducer in itself is going to be greater. And okay, as may be able to, yes, okay, you can say it's okay, compress the mass. And the more compressible it is, less likely is it that it would be malignant. But that can okay as also be further as okay confirmed by okay by running a Doppler as well. Because generally as okay, if you just want to look at it, benign tumors are going to as okay be less vascularized than malignant tumors. Because malignant tumors is going to as okay get a lot of the goodies for themselves. And that's one of the ways that actually that's okay. Treat yes, okay, what do you want to call it? It's okay, tumors nowadays. Treatments has changed as well. So they actually that's okay, may give drugs that actually that's okay, reduces the production of new blood vessels. Because new blood vessels most likely is okay, will lead to supply to tumors. So they actually starve the tumor. And if the tumor is starved, then it's not going to be able to grow. Did that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, any question, girls? So that's okay. We can say that with the modern ways of elastography, mainly by us, okay, increasing is okay, the force of the sound wave. Yeah, first of all, okay, you didn't have to press the transducer up against the mass. Yeah, which was only going to be possible to yes, okay, determine whether it was compressible or not if okay, you had a solid structure underneath the tumor. Or okay, between which was okay, yes, okay, you can say it's okay, in which the tumor was going to yes, okay, be able to squeeze or compressed between the transducer and okay as a solid structure. So that means yes, okay, widens is okay, the horizon of tumors that can be scanned. Although yes, it gotta be solid tumors. Any questions?
Oh, a bit. I think
Anybody want to say anything?
Who's this?
that-
Grandma, who's this? That's how I know it's good. Mama wants this.
Okay,
You know who's this? Who's this?
Good
job.
okay, girls.
Mama.
Okay, let's just see. Yes, okay, the last topic, which is
Do you like it? Is it good?
PAX.
Toes, yeah, the toes.
And okay, as we have DICOM.
Bobby, is this good? You like this?
Okay, now girls, PAX is main, yes, okay, just an abbreviation. So yes, okay, it stands for picture archiving and communication system. Is that clear? Whereas DICOM, yes, okay, it just stands for digital imaging and computers in medicine. So yes, okay, well, you just have to remember, okay, what the PAX stands for, what the DICOM stands for. Because okay, they mean yes, okay, were yes, okay, two different abbreviations. Now girls, PAX.
1 second.
You can mainly say it's okay that each of you or your computer is an example of a PAX.
Who's it? Grandma. Say Pilala. Ami. Who's this? Ami. Who's this? Pilala. Huh?
Okay.
Who's
Now, why do I say that you each of your computer is a PAX? What do you have on your computers?
this? Who's this?
Picture,
You have pictures, you have files, you have documents, right?
yeah,
Here.
Good job, my love.
So that means that okay, as each of your computer is a example of a PAX.
What are you wearing? Orange. What color is your shirt?
Did that make sense?
What color?
Now comes the DICOM.
Yellow.
Now comes the DICOM. So mainly as okay, that's going to be as okay, all this okay, it says okay, it stands for yes, okay, digital imaging in and computers in medicine. But DICOM is mean yes, okay, just going to be as okay, a set of rules. Now let's just say that okay, each of us have a computer. Here. Okay. Now what the DICOM mainly is okay, we're entitled us to. That is okay, as I may have, yes, okay, you can say it's okay, direct access to your computers. And each of you girls will have, yes, okay, direct access to my computer.
Fingers.
Or you can say it's okay, be able to, yes, okay, retrieve the data from our computer, from, yes, okay, any other computers within the system. Did that make sense?
yes.
Right, okay. Right. Now, it first, yes, okay, started with, okay, yes, medical charts. Medina. It started with medical charts, right? Okay. But ladies, yes, okay, those days are gone. Where, yes, okay, where you had to, yes, okay, print out images, whether those were CAT scans, MRIs, ultrasounds, etc. Nowadays, it's okay, if you, yes, okay, take an image or yes, okay, scan a patient
the images that you produce are going to get directly stored onto the computer system, the computer that you are working at. That's going to be your PACS. Did that make sense?
Yeah,
Now, back in the days, what used to happen, yes, okay, if somebody would need to, yes, okay, see those images. Okay, you might have experienced that, okay, yes, they so okay, well, okay, here's a USB. Here's a DVD, or let's say, yes, okay, a CD or something like that, onto which, okay, yes, the images were uploaded, and okay, yes, somebody was going to be able to just, okay, look at those images on his or her system. That is not the case anymore, mainly because now, yes, okay, most of the communication between, yes, okay, different offices in a body is going to be, yes, okay, via DICOM. Where you mainly will say, yes, okay, any hospital, yes, okay, within, yes, okay, Yale's group. Now you have a hospital, a Yale Hospital in New Haven. But then you go, yes, okay, Bridgeport Hospital is also under Yale. So is Greenwich. They are, okay, going to be, yes, okay, other hospitals, okay, yes, okay, which are going to be, yes, under Yale group. What would that mean? They all come under one DICOM. So yes, okay, anything that is going to be, yes, okay, performed in any, yes, okay, of those clinics, hospitals, which are, yes, okay, and part of, okay, Yale group. You go to Yale and you hear first, yes, okay, they don't necessarily need to, okay, get, okay, as a whole bunch of paperwork, pictures and so on, so as, okay, accompanied with you. They'll be able to directly retrieve it on their system. Why? Because they all come under the same DICOM. Did that make sense? Where they actually, yes, okay, can go into, yes, okay, the computer system or the database of Greenwich and see, yes, okay, what has been going on with whosoever the person was in Greenwich. Did you girls get that? Each of your computer is a DICOM, no, sorry, is a PACS, where you have, okay, your files, your documents, your pictures stored. Where you say, well, okay, as we are in a group together, all of us in this group here is okay, are okay, is going to, is okay, have access to one another's computers. And that's going to be, is okay, under a DICOM. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, my dear.
I have a question. So the DICOM from for your example will be just sharing information from the same manufacturer, like or the same company like Yale?
Pretty much.
And the PACS is basically.
It's going to be the individual system.
Okay.
So that's why I say, yes, okay, all of you who, yes, okay, are using a cell phone, a computer, a tablet, or so on. So that's going to be, yes, okay, that's going to be your PACS. Right? Okay. But you say, yes, okay, Mike, I gave you access to my computer. Did that make sense? That's only going to be, yes, okay, under a DICOM. Or let's look at this way. How do you, for instance, yes, okay, access information on the internet?
you Google it.
Well, okay, if your computer doesn't have access to Google, now, practically speaking, you can say, yes, okay, because you don't have a DICOM for Google.
Oh,
Did that make sense?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Why? Yes, okay, mainly because you have been doing some hanky panky and Google have mainly, yes, okay, blacklisted you. Okay, but here is okay, it's not, it's mainly as okay, a matter of okay, you can say it's okay, securing patients' health information.
Same right here.
Okay, okay. But the media is okay, don't want anybody to yes, okay, be sitting as okay in a random place on the globe and be able to okay access information. Did that make sense? Okay, so yes, okay, you may have okay yes access to yes, okay, DICOM as a patient, but that access is going to be limited because you only be able to yes, okay, retrieve your own information on your PACS. Now the whole, we can say, okay, benefit of this here is that, okay, yes, this is digital information. So one thing that we know about digital information, oh yes, okay, is that, okay, yes, is not going to fade in off with time. Okay, if any of you ever had, okay, yes, a printout of an ultrasound scan, you will see, yes, okay, that printout is going to fade off by time. So sooner or later, yes, okay, what happens? Yes, okay, nothing is going to be on that image. Or even if you have, okay, as a printout of a receipt of a purchase that you made. By the passage of time, yes, okay, that ink is going to disappear because that was analog. Here is digital. So a digital receipt is stored in a digital format on a digital media, a hard disk, a server, a cloud. And yes, okay, until and unless, okay, somebody either delete it from there, okay, yes, change the composition, exactly, it's going to be as okay as it was. Did that make sense? Again, yes, okay, you can say, well, okay, maybe it's okay kicking Dr. King off, yes, okay, Google. Maybe it's okay, a little bit extreme. Okay, but it's okay, mainly because, okay, one group might not have been able to, okay, access, or you can say it's okay, retrieve. They may get access to another system, to another body system, but they would not be able to, okay, retrieve the info. Or even if they were able to retrieve it, they were not going to be able to, okay, read it, visualize it, and so on, because of different programming. So that's where you can go as, okay, Mac versus regular computers, IBM compatible computers. Mac software you can't run on you can't run Mac software on or Apple software on a regular computer, and vice versa. Because, okay, Apple software or programs was not IBM compatible, and vice versa. Mainly because they were programmed in a different way.
So you want me to put it on your boo-boo?
So that's okay. If you buy Windows, for instance, you may see that, okay, there's Windows for Apple or Mac, as they call it, right? And then you have, okay, the regular Windows for us, okay, any is okay. What they mean is, okay, that's called IBM compatible computers, regular computers. Okay, so you have Apple people or Mac people versus regular computer people. The Apple's window and, okay, the regular app, that's okay, IBM app Windows are going to do the same thing, but those two programs are not compatible. So that's where you actually have, okay, different programs or different, okay, softwares that, okay, different bodies may, or yes, okay, organizations may use for their PAC system. We may call, okay, as anybody who is not compatible with our system will not be have access to it. And even if the access is okay, they will not be able to just, okay, use it. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, okay, PACS, your computer, and with the help of your computer, yes, okay, you can get. Yes, okay, you can go on Google. Now, Dr. King is not kicked off Google anymore. Here, okay, she can go on Google and search. If Google kicked her off, just okay, then there's always, okay, other search machine that she can go on. Yahoo will probably give you, yes, okay, 99% similar results.
So shut the door of the family group.
If Yahoo kicks you off, then okay, yes, then maybe okay, another search farm. Okay, but then there are okay specific, okay, you can say search forums, right? Okay, match.com, harmony.com, so on and so. Whatever. Okay. So yes, okay, you could only as okay get matched with people on match.com if somebody has okay had put their profile on .com, match.com, right? Don't go on those, but like okay, just to give an example. Okay, you go on Match, you will not be able to just okay hook up to somebody on Harmony or like another datings or whatever. Yeah, because that was okay as a matter of okay as being as okay in a different icon. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that was your chapter 14. Now you have some questions at the end of the chapter, and there are some questions at the back of the book. So what your job will be, ladies, is why choose, okay? Do the questions at the end of the chapter. And if you guys don't know which that's okay, Chip. Okay, yes. So that's okay, your questions at the end of the chapter. And okay, yes, in the exam review section. You mean that's okay, we'll find it from page 513. True. And it's quite a lot of questions. But most of them. And I'm going.
For me, and who's that? You know, who can change the-
Okay, we can say to 400 and 466 on page 518. And it's going to be a question 466 from page question 438. From 438 to 466. Okay. That's in your exam review. And okay, yes, at the end of the chapter. Well, okay, yes. Yeah, okay, at a couple of questions. Okay. So yes, okay, read on this material. And okay, yes. There's a total of okay, yes. 21 questions in the chapter review as well. Okay. So please, as okay, try to do these questions by yourself as well. Okay. And okay, yes, any question that you have a hard time with, well, okay, we can always try to just, okay, go over them on Monday. Where we also just, okay, we'll go over yes, okay, this short chapter here, which will be chapter 16. Clear, which is going to further is okay, talk a bit about it's okay, grayscales and relation to yes, okay, compression. Or your dynamic range. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, any last word of wisdom, ladies? No. Yes, goes. Anybody want to say anything? Or any contribution? Nope. Okay, girls, then I see you ladies on Monday. Enjoy your weekend and have a nice day.
You too enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye there.
Bye.